Hello everyone and welcome back to my next video in which I'm going to showcase Lanturn, which is, I think it's still OP in the Electric Cup. So this team is going to feature Lanturn over here with Water Gun, Surf and Thunderbolt, which is kind of spammy as well with Water Gun and Surf, and with its bulk, alongside its bulk, it's very much evident that it does have a super overall performance in this meta as well. But since it does struggle against Galvantula and Electrode, but it also does chip damage, quite a good of chip damage with Surf and Water Gun over here, but still it's not that of a great matchup. So that is the reason I need to cover those weaknesses, to which I am going to cover those weaknesses against the Galv and the Hisuian Electrode with alolangraveler and my own Galvantula over here, which will perform superbly for opposing the Mirror Galvantula and Hisuian Electrode. So that is the reason I pair it up with these two Pokemon which can handle all the weaknesses for Lanturn. And this team ends out to be a ABC team typing, where Lanturn weaknesses is covered by Galvantula and Galvantula's weaknesses is covered by Lanturn and Graveler over here, whereas Graveler's weakness is covered by again Galvantula and Lanturn. So that is the reason I am pairing up these three Pokemon over here in this meta. And without further more delay, let's quickly jump into the battles and check out how this team performed. Now moving into the first battle and picking up a lead against Mirror Lanturn, so I will not be staying in that matchup, to which now I'll be safe stepping into my Galv, and they hard countered me with a Graveler, but I'll be going for the first energy ball that lands and gets the wreckage for the Graveler, and my opponent just concedes the match over here. So very quick game in the first battle, and now quickly moving into the next one, I pick up a lead against Galvantula once again. So for the opposing Galv, I do have my own Galv over here, so I'll not be staying in this matchup, but I want to do a bit amount of chip damage, and might be I can get the shield advantage for me, if not switch. So that is the reason I am shielding up, and now the safe swaps again into their own Lanturn over here, which is going to be fine because they cannot farm me down with Water Gun before I can throw the next energy ball that do land and doing massive amount of neutral, like super good damage, and they cannot farm me down. So they have to throw, which they will be going for the next Surf that gets the knockout for me, and from this kind of range I'll burn down the switch clock, and I'll be coming back with my own Lanturn, which is healthy, and I'll be going for a hefty farm down with my Lanturn. So now they'll be going for the next Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt does decent amount of damage over here, which is neutral, and let's see what my opponent goes for. Yeah, it's for the Thunderbolt, but I think it was underpowered, or like some kind of lag from their end, but I could farm down the whole Lanturn for a huge amount of loaded energy. And right now let's see what they comes back in with, and they comes back with the hardest counter to my Lanturn over here, which is going to be the Hisuian Electrode. But since I am up energy, so I'll be going to spam. I'll go to spam this Surfs over here, and I'll be going for the second Surf, which gets it quite low, and now I'll be going for the next Surf. So since this is going to be the next Surf, it does not knocks it out, but it puts it very low, to which now I am letting this charge move go through. It ends up being an energy ball, and it's fine, it knocked me out, but my win condition over here is my Graveler over here that will sweep in the end game, because they do have their own Galv and a very low Hisuian Electrode over here, which will just go down to rock throws and giving me the win for the second battle here as well. So GG's. Moving into the third battle, I pick up a lead against Graveler, which is kind of good lead, and they safe swaps into their own Galvantula. So I should have come back with my Graveler over here, because my Lanturn does not have a good response. Like their own Lanturn does have a good matchup against my own Graveler over here. So that is the reason I could have come back with that, but I thought, so let's stick to the plan over here. So I'll be coming back with my Galv over here, and I'm letting the first charge move getting blocked, and now I'll be going to let the next lunge go through, which does a bit amount of reset damage, but since it's very squishy, it almost takes it out. So now I'll be going for the next next nudge, which does not knock out the opponent Galv over here, to which now I'll be coming back with my own Graveler over here. And the Graveler that they are running is actually having access to Volt Switch and not Rock Throw. So this is not the recommended move set, but since I'm not sure why they are running it, but I'll be letting this next charge move go through, and now I'll be coming back with my Lanturn once again. So this Lanturn is again hard-walled by the Hisuian Electrode, but as I've already mentioned, Lanturn against this Electrode does quite a bit amount of chip damage with this bullet, with this Surf and water gun spam. So that is the reason I'll be going for the back-to-back Surfs over here. So my intention over here is to get the Electrode very low so that I can get a bit of extra farm onto my own Graveler over here, which I think will be able to handle the opposing Graveler, to which the undercharge, and now I cast the next move onto my own Graveler over here, which is a very good gameplay from my end. From this kind of range, they cannot farm me down with Volt Switches, so that is the reason they'll be going for the next I believe it's a Stone Edge that knocks me out, and from this kind of range I can get to one more Surf, which will take care of the opposing Graveler over here, getting the win for the third battle here as well. So very well played from my opponent's end, and GG's, and that was a nice catch. So that is the reason. Let's move on to the next game. I could get a good lead over here with my own Graveler over here, my own Lanturn over here onto the opposing Graveler, to which now they tried to catch a Surf onto their Lanturn over here, but I am safe swapping now into my Galvantula. So I'm getting the first Surf get shield, and now I'll be going for the next energy ball, which they misturned to be a lunge, and I can easily maintain switch over here by double shielding. And let's see what my opponent does over here. So they went for the Surf once again, but now I'm in a tough situation because I will be coming back with my own Lanturn and get a kind of hard farm once again onto this Lanturn as well, to which now I have to be very cautious because they can snipe me with something, but I'm not sure if they're having enough energy onto their Graveler as well. So that is the reason they again come back with their Graveler, which surprised me a bit because my Lanturn is loaded and they're coming into the super effective Surf, which puts me in a situation that they have something in the bag that is weak to Graveler as weak to my Lanturn as well. So this might be a Golem, it might be something else, but I'm not sure. That is the reason I'll be safe swapping once again into my Graveler because I want to preserve my Lanturn for the end game. To which now I'll be shielding up the next Tox Blast because I'll be trying to get the hard farm onto this Graveler, and the final Pokemon is going to be Galvantula that will be facing this Stone Edge and just get vanquished over here, and they will be coming back now with their very low Gravel and get the farm down with Rock Throw and get the win for the fourth battle. So GG's. Moving into the final battle of the video, and this said, I pick up a kind of good lead over here against the opposing hidden powered Luxray, to which the safe swaps into their own Lanturn over here, through which I'll be letting the first charge move go through, and now I'll be going for the next energy ball. So energy ball, if land, does a good amount of damage, or maybe it gets the first shield. To which now they let the charge move go through, and I'm happy to shield up over here because I can get a farm down onto this Lanturn for a good amount of energy. To which now but I'll not do that because they are actually running Spark and not, I think it's Spark and not Water Gun. I have to watch out for that, but since I got the shield over here, so I'll be letting this charge move again go through, which is fine because now I'll be coming back with my own Lanturn and get hard farm. Might be Graveler as well. Graveler farm down will be good as well, but since they came back with their own Gal over here, so I'll not be showing up my Galvantula over here, to which now they comes back with their own Galvantula over here. So for Galvantula, this Surfs on Water Gun spam does add up really quick, as you guys can see. So this gets the final shield from my opponent's end, and now I'll be going for the next Surf. That does a bit amount of damage and it puts almost 50% of its health. So this is I believe this will be the next energy ball, but they went for a lunge. That will not knock me out, but they can get a bit amount of farm, to which again they swaps back into their own Luxray once again, and from this kind of range I can serve them and I can get the heart farm onto which with my Graveler. But now they went for Psychic Fangs, which I'll be able to survive, because the threat from this kind of range is going to be the energy ball, which I'll preserve my shield for. But they do recognize their fate and top leaves the game once again. So recognizing the win condition with this team was really essential for me, because my backline does not have a really good bulk. So the only bulk is going to be my Lanturn, so which I have to take in the energy from my opponent's end. So Lanturn, though rated very high, it is the reason why it is rated very high, because of its bulk and water gun surf spam. So if you're using this team, do let me know how it is working out for you, and if you're liking the content onto this channel, do like, share and subscribe. And that will be all for this video, and see you again in the next one. Till then, peace.